former NASA astronaut. There we go, sir. Thank you so much for joining us here on East Texas Now this morning.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
I'm in East Texas too, sort of, near Houston.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's part of East Texas, like deep East Texas.
Ish, yeah.
Absolutely. So we have been covering extensively the upcoming solar eclipse happening April 8th. There is a ton of events that are happening on throughout East Texas, truly in our coverage area. We're doing a 4-hour special segment right here on East Texas Now. It is a big, big thing, but we still have some questions leading up to the day, and we thought we would ask an expert if that's all right with you.
Of course.
Okay,
of course,
fantastic.
It's a big day.
Yeah, definitely. So I have never experienced a solar eclipse before. Those that we've talked to have experienced them here on the ground. Have you seen a eclipse in space before?
Actually, I did. I was very lucky. In 2015, I was on the ISS, and there was an eclipse over the North Atlantic, and we flew near it. We didn't go through the actual shadow, but we flew nearby and we looked off in the distance and you could see this giant black spot on Earth. It was really surreal. It was unlike anything I'd ever seen. So that was pretty interesting.
That truly is incredible, and honestly, it goes to show, no matter where you are, in space, on the ground, everyone has described it as surreal, as otherworldly, as, you know, things of that nature. And so it's interesting to see the two experiences are the same, no matter how close, technically, you really are to it. Now, exactly, so where are you going to be the day of the eclipse? Do you know? Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I am for sure. I'm going to be in Texas. I'm going to drive up to Dallas, and so that's kind of right near the middle of the path of totality. I also had a chance to watch the 2017 eclipse. That was my first total eclipse in Oregon, and it was just surreal. Like you said, everybody says it is. It is. Like, listen to me now, believe me later. It's an amazing experience. And I know Tyler is in the path of totality, but if you go a little bit north, a little bit west, you'll get deeper in that path, and it's worth it. You'll want every second you can get. You're getting almost 2 minutes there in Tyler. You can get up to 4 minutes or more if you drive a little bit. It'll be worth the trip.
Oh yeah, we're hearing Sulphur Springs is already recommending that school be canceled just due to the influx of people that are all going to come in to experience the most of the solar eclipse, that path of totality there in the 4-minute range. Now, like you said, it is 4 minutes. So for those that don't understand, that hasn't experienced the one that happened back, I believe in 2017 was the last time, why is it so important, scientifically speaking even, why is this eclipse so important for somebody that says, oh, it's just 4 minutes of darkness?
Well, it's really interesting. It kind of reminds us that we're on this spaceship Earth going through the galaxy, and there's other planets and moons out there. You know, we get so fixated on our daily lives, and an astronomical event like this reminds us that there's other things happening in the universe. So it's great for that cosmic perspective. You'll also be able to see Jupiter and Venus, which will be really neat to see some planets out there. There's a comet, 12P, will be visible if you have binoculars. You probably can't see it with your eyes, but it's just a really amazing astronomical event.
Now you're talking about seeing it with your eyes. I see that you have some space glass or some solar eclipse glasses down there on the table. Can you tell us a little bit about the importance of wearing safety glasses when viewing the solar eclipse and the reasoning behind it?
Absolutely, yeah. So I'm partnering with Sonic. They're really promoting the eclipse in STEM and science, so it's a cool partnership. When my kids were growing up, we used to go to Sonic for treats after games, you know, so it's been a part of my family for decades. So they made this really cool blackout slush float in honor of the eclipse. It's black, you know, for the darkness, and it's got some galaxy sprinkles on top. So it's a cool cotton candy dragon fruit slush treat. But most importantly, you can get free eclipse glasses if you get one of these blackout treats. And so, yeah, these eclipse glasses with the Sonic logo, so that's cool. But they're really important because you can't stare at the sun today. You're not going to go out in Tyler and look up and stare at the sun. You'll damage your vision. Same thing during an eclipse. You know, until the moon is completely blocking the sun, it's super dangerous to stare at. You can't look at it with your eyes. You don't look at it with normal sunglasses. So you need these eclipse glasses, and they're very dark. When I put these on, I can't see anything. They're almost complete. They really block out a lot of light, and you need something like this, certified Eclipse safe glasses to look. And you're going to want to look. If this moon is like, it looks like something's taking a bite out of the sun. There's this big, chunk missing from the sun. It's something you're going to want to see.
So for people that are watching now, what is one thing that you would be able to tell watchers in order to encourage them to go outside, experience this solar eclipse?
Well, I can say, I like to sort of joke. I've seen a couple of partial eclipses, and that's like, on a scale from 1 to 10, I say that's a 7. It's interesting. It gets a little dark. It's not really that much. A total eclipse is like 1,000,000 on a scale from 1 to 10. I mean, when I saw the one in 2017, it blew me away. It took me 50 years to see my first one, but I was amazed. I made a promise to myself that I'm never going to miss a chance to see a total eclipse again. And by the way, it's going to be 20 years before America gets the next, total eclipse. And that's probably not going to be over Tyler, Texas. So this may be, you may not have a lot more chances. And I've only seen it once in my lifetime. So it's the kind of thing you don't want to miss.
Absolutely, if nothing else, for the novelty of it. Now, before we go, is there anything that we have not covered yet that you want to make sure you leave East Texas Now viewers with?
Yeah, these Eclipse glasses, if you have to get them anyway, so Sonic's a great place to get them. You need something safe to see the eclipse with. Get yourself as close to the center of that totality as you can to get the most time. And don't only look up, look down. I think the wildlife is the most interesting part. See what the dogs are doing, see what the birds are doing, see what the cows are doing. It's a really cool part of an eclipse. They don't know, they're not watching East Texas Now, so they don't know this eclipse is coming, and they're like, why did daytime just turn into nighttime? It's really interesting.
Absolutely. We actually are going to have several animal cams going during the eclipse right here on East Texas Now to showcase the animal behavior. So I'm glad that you teased that up for us a little bit there. Once again, Commander Terry Virts, former NASA astronaut, telling us all things leading up to the solar eclipse happening April 8th. Sir, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Amanda. Thanks for